The Falcons,
it's big news,
take on the Bucks. Bucks are Bucks are getting 1.5 here. Plus 104 on the money line. 44 is the total. Feels a little bit like a typical NFC South situation, which makes me wonder a little bit why this isn't a 3-point spread. I think the quality of the teams probably speaks to that, but even the look ahead last week was -3.
Yeah.
So what are we really seeing between these two teams that is making this line move down? Bucks are very banged up. I know the Falcons have a couple injuries too, but the Bucks are banged up in the same way they've been banged up for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
It seems like Vita Vea came out of the game unscathed, and he should be fine.
He's huge.
They still will be without McMillan in the slot, but as we discussed with Scott on the prop show, Sterling Shepard stepped in very nicely there.
And Trey Palmer has been out. So if you want to do a Sterling Shepard ladder, that's not horrible. I gave out Godwin anytime touchdown and taking a deeper dive into how the Falcons match up against the slot. I think it's a great spot for Godwin. I mean, Mike Evans should still do well. Granted, Terrell will be on him, AJ Terrell, but Evans is the kind of guy that is going to get his regardless. But to me, this is just a fate of a really fraudulent Falcons team. I mean, they won a game without scoring a touchdown. I love fading like an offensive touchdown. Love fading teams in that spot. And I think Todd Bowles is a better coach than Raheem Morris. Todd Bowles, again, small sample size, but he's 2-0 against Kirk Cousins. And if you remember, in 2023, that opening day game where the Bucks surprised some, not me, of course, I was on the Bucks, went into Minnesota and took care of business. Cousins was sacked twice, fumbled once, threw an interception. It seems like they're able to get to Cousins, and now you throw in those interior offensive line injuries for the Falcons. I think the Bucks are going to eat on the defensive side. Troy Anderson, linebacker for the Falcons, he's going to be out. He was a big part of their defensive scheme. I think that opens the belly of the offense, the belly of the defense up there a little bit for the Bucks. Maybe Rashad White, Bucky Irvin, I think get going in the run game a little bit. This just feels like a great spot for Todd Bowles, and Todd Bowles and Baker have been a great combo. Like I feel sometimes like a broken record picking the same teams, but they're 15-7 ATS. Like
You're are kind of a Bucks fan.
They are a good value to gamble on. Drew Dalman, Caleb McGarry, those are the O linemen that the Falcons have been dealing without. Now, McGarry did get a limited practice on Tuesday. Bijan Robinson dealing with a hamstring. As we know, Kyle Pitts just sucks. Ray McLeod popped up on the injury report with an ankle. And I think they're going to be able to keep Drake London into a reasonable spot. What am I missing here, Ryan? This feels like another good situation for the Bucks.
Specifically, it seems like a good matchup for Baker, bad matchup for Kirk Cousins. So starting there, if one team starts fast, if the Bucks get out to a lead, are the Falcons really equipped to come back against it? Like, they're not going to be able to run the ball.
Yeah,
I think it's very critical that the Falcons are able to run the ball here. And does Raheem Morris fit your early season Thursday night trend? Because
it's like the early season Thursday night thing is for new coaches, but I mean,
how about,
do you consider Raheem Morris a new coach? I guess it's kind of your interpretation.
I mean, again, this Falcon,
and I don't know. I would have to go back. I assume they were still playing Thursday. I don't know if because I'm trying to think of the teams he was on. Like, he may have not have played a Thursday night game. I would have to. I didn't research that, so I don't know off the top of my head. But he may not have coached many Thursday night games. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, good question. I'd say that they're also like dangerously close to being like winless.
Yeah.
And so what I've seen from this Bucks team is basically a team that has played well. The Broncos game, a little bit of a tricky explanation. Perhaps it was just
a letdown spot. And
good matchup to the Broncos.
Shout out to Noah with the biting kneecap trend.
It's a strong
he played
trend.
The Lions and looked really bad the following week.
So all of that being said, I'm with you. Again, I said the board was fairly easy to look at this week and identify that I'm either on this side or not on a side at all. And of course, we generally pick sides. We don't
Yeah.
have leans or passes. So yeah, Bucks all day.